Hello and welcome to episode 26 of Ken Plays Crash Landing. Last time we left off, we were trying to get some pink slime. I haven't got that much more since the last episode, however, I just put something in outside. It should speed it up. I tore all the fences down around the farm, and you're going to see here in a second why. I put in the auto spawner. I put in a safari net with a cow. I ran Steve's factory cable out to feed it mob essence from our drums and power. And I had to put all this dust everywhere because it kept trying to spawn the cows around. It was even spawning them like next to the fence. When the fence was on this block, it would spawn them on this little ledge. So by doing this, it forces them down. And we're using up a lot of mob essence, but we have quite a bit, and we don't really need it for anything else. So I'm going to let this go for quite a while, and I think we should be able to get our 10 buckets of pink slime pretty fast. So let's see how much more there is down here. Oh yeah, see, so normally we would have not moved at all on it. So this is actually doable now, I think, as long as we don't run out of mob essence, which we're using a bit. This one was almost empty anyway, so both of these were full barrels. We'll see if we can get to 10 buckets of pink slime before we run out of mob essence, but either way, at least we're speeding it up significantly. The other thing we need to do on this episode, so that handles this quest, which is the last quest I need here in Technological Revolution. The other thing we need to do, salvage, big power, we need a turbine controller somewhere. One of these. There we go. So we need a turbine controller. We're going to have to build a turbine. We don't need it for power. We just need it to complete the quest. And I already, 3 or 4 episodes ago, maybe it's not even that many, I found a city with 2 reactors, so we'll have 2 chances to get a turbine controller. So what we're going to do here is I am going to get all loaded up and head to the city, and we are going to get a hold of the turbine controller and as many turbine parts as we can, because the more we can steal, the less I have to make, and we will resume once I'm there. Okay, I'm coming into the city now. Here's the first reactor, and there's the second one. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my jetpack on, and I think probably about here. Maybe we should get a little lower. I don't want to get too low, but I want to be low enough that, yeah, maybe here. Turn the jetpack on, turn this off. Turn the jetpack off. Okay. This time, I kept some of the stuff out that I knew I would need so that we wouldn't have to try to jump on chests like we did in the other episode. So I'm going to go ahead and build out a little platform here and get all my stuff situated, and then we will be back. Okay, I'm going to head over to this reactor first. Oh. And we're going to come in. I'm going to flip to this, try to come down a little bit, and there you go. And what I want to do is build just a little mini platform. This is not going to be a base or anything, but I don't want to stand on top and shoot rockets, because that's what we did before. And I almost died doing that, so we're not going to do that this time. So I'm going to put this back on just for a second. Make sure I've got plenty of water. Let me switch off of that. Okay, I definitely want my jetpack on. Alright, so here we go. We're going to try to open this up. And there's your first. This thing doesn't shoot. It's like sometimes I go to shoot and it's just not ready yet. Okay, we got those spawners. And there's that one. Okay, we got those. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Just, you know, because. Okay. Looks like, okay, I'm going to shoot the glass here on top. to get daylight there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do, looks like it's getting close to being dark. So what I want to do, what do I got here? Where's the base at? Jetpack on. We're going to just fly back over here. I'm just going to hop instead of using the glider. Whoa, got a little lag there. And there we go. Put the thing back on. So here's a little base. I didn't show you a bed and a couple things. I'm going to wait until the sun goes down to where I can sleep. And then what I'm actually going to do is go to the other reactor and blow a hole in its roof. And then we'll go back to this one, and so we shouldn't have any mobs. So we will be back when I'm over there on that platform to blow holes in that reactor. Okay, so I'm over at the other reactor. I built a little 2x2 platform here, and we're going to repeat the exact same procedure. Try to take out everybody and most of the spawners. The good thing is it doesn't look like I'm close enough for the spawners to activate. It's just who's spawning from it being dark in there. That's weird. It's like locked on. I mean, I know it can do that. It's just normally it doesn't. That was pretty good. So we'll take out the sides just to let in light. I'm trying to keep my bazooka here over the edge because I don't want to catch the edge with a rocket. Like that would be bad. Okay. Just hit it one more time. So both turbines now are completely fine. Jetpack enabled. So we're going to head back up here. And you can tell that redstone jetpack, it goes a lot faster, and it also has a much bigger charge. And I made a resonant flux capacitor, so I've got a lot of storage with me to recharge that thing. So I'm going to let the water fill me back up here, and then we're going to head back over to that one. And there shouldn't be anybody in there since it's daylight. We know there'll be some spawners down low at the reactor, but we don't really have to go to the reactor. Okay, engine off. Engine on. And I'm trying to land softly and I'm just jumping. Okay. Let us turn the engine on. Engine off. There should be spawners down there. I might not be close enough, which would be perfectly fine with me. What we need is the controller, and I also got to pay attention to holes in the floor, because that would be really bad. So there's the controller. That's a piece of glass. So we've got it. Still good. That's all glass. Okay. So I think that this one is all clear. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of this off camera, and then we'll be back. Okay, I just dropped off everything from the other reactor. Well, not everything. Everything from the turbine. Everything looks good here. Okay. I don't know that we even have to build the turbine. I think I just have to make some of the parts. So probably I already have enough stuff, but I don't want to have to come all the way back. So I'm just going to grab everything else here off camera and then probably pack up my mini base, and I will see you back at the main base. thought I'd record here, just one last trip in. I usually don't record because my computer pauses as it's trying to load all these chunks, which you've probably seen it do a couple times. I did switch the tree farm over to plants when I was trying to get more wheat and carrots to breed all those animals, and it still wasn't going fast enough, so that's when I brought the spawner out here. I'm just taking a last little pass at the base, I guess, because I think we are about done. Alright, so I already got that on. Let me get organized here, and then we will look at the... Oh, and you probably noticed outside I tore that stuff down. The time it took me to leave and get all my stuff prepared, I got enough pink slime, so I went ahead and tore all this stuff down and put it back to just how it normally is. So the pink slime's done downstairs. Let me get all this stuff put away and get organized, and we'll be back. Okay, so I think first we're going to go ahead and knock out the pink slime. I've got it bound and start. That should finish this off pretty quickly. And we're going to get 2 300s, which I think we're going to need. So I'm going to pick that, because I think we're going to need that to make the controller. And those are kind of a pain to make. Let me get rid of that, and this, and this. There we go. So we're going to head back upstairs here and throw all this stuff in the ME, including those 300s. So we've got to make... I'm trying to click on it. We've got to make the turbine controller, power port, fluid port, a bearing, a shaft, a blade, and a housing. And of course those are going to take housings. We've got a bunch of housings, so I think the hardest one will be the turbine controller. It takes 500s. We've never even made anything that takes a 500. A 500 takes a 300. So at the very least, we've got to make another 300 to turn into a 500, and I need some Enderium. Okay. Let me just look at this here real quick. We got to make a power port. That takes a 300. The fluid port takes a 500. The bearings, that's easy. Shaft, cyanite, that's not a problem. Blades, not a problem. I think that was it, wasn't it? Turbine housing, cyanite, nether quartz, steel, graphite. Okay, so I need to do a whole bunch more pneumatic craft so we can make some 300s and turn them into 500s. So let me get that going, and then we will continue. Oh, and one thing I want to show you. We have the hearty breakfast. Yay! It fills all the bars up. Well fed for 5 minutes. Yep, it only took till the last episode to make the food that I wanted to make from the beginning. But we made it. We didn't need it, but we have it. Alright, I'm waiting on this to cook a bunch of plastic, and then I gotta make a bunch of transistors and capacitors. Alright, so I cooked up a whole bunch of stuff. Some fluxed electrum, an electrum blend, and an Enderium, and Enderium ingots, or whatever those were called. And I don't even remember. I made a whole lot of stuff. So, let's see. What are we trying to make? The controller. So we need 500s. I know we need at least... Oh. We've got to start smaller than that, don't we? Turbine controller, the 500, the 300, the 100. So we need at least 3. I'm going to make 5. And then we're going to make 300s. 1, 2. Let's start with that. And then we need 500s. And we need 3 of these. I'm worried I'm going to run out of printed circuit boards. And then this. So there's your turbine controller. We've still got a good amount of that. We've got to make a turbine housing, turbine power port. Let's just do a housing. That should be simple. I think I've got all that. No, I need more steel. Huh. Okay. Well, that's going to take a while to cook up. So, let's see. I need a bunch of iron. And I need a bunch of coal. And I'm going to need probably this hopper. And we're just going to... because I believe it was in here, iron and coal. I think. Wasn't it? Oh, it was coal powder, right? I bet. Let's see if this works. Yep, there it goes. 2 coal. Okay, so I need the hopper here for coal, and can I take this hopper yet? Okay. I'm cooking up more plastic in that one. And iron. And there's steel. How many do we need? Like 3 or something to continue? I think 3. Might have been 2. Okay, so we'll let that go for a while. Because we only have to make 1 housing. Because we have lots of housings. There we go. Turbine housing. Power port. Turbine power port. We need a 300. There's your power port. We need a fluid port and a bearing. There's your fluid port. Need another 500. Do I have a 300? Yes. Do I have a bucket in here? Probably not. My buckets, where are my buckets? They must be in there, because I thought I had them in the chest. You go away. Turbine, fluid port. No. What am I missing? Steel. 2 more steel. 6, okay. Maybe we'll get enough as we go. 2 steel, and there's your fluid port. I can just throw those back in. And then we needed the bearing. We might have all that. Yep, there's your bearing. And we need a shaft and a blade. Shaft. Oh, we need more steel. We might have enough. And there you go. Yay, claim reward. It doesn't really matter, because I think we're done. There it is. We are all done. Kind of anticlimactic, I guess. Like there should be fireworks or something, maybe. So there you go. We just completed it. We're actually a little early, I think, on our half-hour episode, but I'm not sure what else I could possibly do. I guess we could do just a quick, run around. If there was anything maybe I never explained. When I set this up, I went ahead and picked certain areas. So I did carrots and seeds, and then I did beans, rice, and bell peppers. And I didn't automate it. They just stop in the chest back here. We never really did that much with these animals. I never automated that, but I didn't really need to. Our water production was good. I had to turn off the soul sand, though, to run more dust, because I needed redstone, so that's that. I think we did pretty well with the Steve's Factory Manager. I did almost everything with it. I've got a total of 423 commands in all these command groups, making the water and filling the barrels, dirt, and cobble, camel pack. Yeah, you can read it. I don't need to read it to you. Some of them are more complicated than others. The food production was fairly complicated because it has command groups within the command group. So there's that, and then we were making the plants, and then we've got some mob essence here, so that's good. No more pink slime. This was my area under the farms. I did leave that open. The reactor down here, upstairs on the yellorium, what I did was I pulled all the yellorium dust out of here and cooked it, so it was at 0. And you see it's at 50 now, so we've brought 50 more yellorium in. And down here on the reactor, it's used 1. So we're getting way more yellorium than we were using. So there was that. And I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else there is to really do or say. I think we covered it all. Had a good time. This was enjoyable. And I'm not getting a lot of hits so far on the videos or comments or anything, so if it doesn't really do much, I'm probably not going to do another one of these. If it starts to take off, then maybe I'll do another one. I have considered doing like some type of mod spotlight or something where it's more short term, but So hopefully this will take off and I can do another one of these because I enjoyed it. So we're going to go ahead and stop here. I'm going to get water one last time. There it is. And I'm probably going to put my level up as a world download, and I will link it here in the comments for this video. So if anybody wanted to download it and run around and look at it, what I will do, let me see, where should I do this at? Let me make a chest. Oh, how about a gold chest? I'm going to put a gold chest right here. I am going to take everything off. No, I'm not. Can't do it there. I'm going to take everything off. It totally just put my stuff back on. And why can't I take my armor off again? That is weird. I put everything I have in here. Well, I don't know. Can you do a world download on this? I would think you could. If you downloaded my level, you would come in and you would have my lives, right? Ah, that's interesting. I'm going to do it anyway, and somebody's going to have to download it and see if it actually works, because it might, and it might not. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. Thank you for watching.